Time now for the morning rush. The fate of a woman accused of murder for causing a deadly crash lies in the hands of a jury this morning. Elexus Groves is accused of fleeing from police in 2018, later killing Shauna Arredondo Bowling and her 14-year-old daughter, Shaylee. If convicted, Groves faces life in prison.
Some lawmakers are calling on the governor to exempt children from her new order for state fairgoers to be vaccinated. With only 21 days until the state fair, some are saying it's just too short of a notice to get vaccinated in time. Families with children competing in 4-H are concerned anyone over 12 could be left out. The governor says the mandate is about safety.
With many other large events set to happen in the coming weeks, we are learning more about their vaccine requirements. UNM's football opener is not expected to have a vaccine requirement. And so far, the Isotopes and United do not have any plans to require vaccinations either. As of right now, neither does Balloon Fiesta.
This morning, President Biden remains firm on his decision to withdraw troops from Afghanistan. The president also says he wants the evacuation done by August 31st. However, troops will stay on the ground past that deadline if any of the 15,000 American citizens need out. Erica.
Here's a check on the school day forecast. Temperatures in the low 60s, comfortable this morning, maybe a light sweater needed. By the afternoon, it's going to be hot in the mid 80s. We'll see partly sunny skies.
The Dixie Fire in California has now burned over 626,000 acres and is only 31% contained. State fire officials say that bad conditions have resulted in very active fire behavior. Today, over 10,000 firefighters remain on the front lines of 12 active large wildfires that have now burned over 1.3 million acres in that state.
The U.S. Energy Secretary continues her trip through New Mexico today. Secretary Jennifer Granholm stopped yesterday at the Albuquerque apartment complex that got funding to improve energy efficiency for low-income residents. She'll be in the Farmington area today to discuss the upcoming closure of 2 major coal-fired power plants.
Some APS employees are back at work. That's after being cleared of wrongdoing in a high-profile corruption case. They were put on leave after former state lawmaker Cheryl Williams Stapleton was accused of racketeering. Now, 4 teachers can return to work. That's while 8 other APS employees remain on leave. Erica.
Here's a look at the Metro Threat Index. It's low today. We could see a sprinkle or some virga that could produce some gusty wind during the afternoon and evening.
President Biden unveiling his administration's plans to provide booster shots for Americans 8 months after they've been fully vaccinated with the Pfizer or Moderna vaccines. The boosters will be available starting the week of September 20th.
The search continues this morning for a man accused of a drive-by shooting at a home in Los Lunas. Police say Merardo Iboado opened fire near Los Lentes and Coronado around 5 on Tuesday evening. No one was hurt, but investigators say that Iboado fled the scene. If you know where he is, you're asked to call police.
Haiti is finally receiving shipments of emergency aid days after a magnitude 7.2 earthquake devastates that country. Many people are seen eagerly waiting outside the airport to get the help that they need. More than 2,100 people have died from the quake. More than 10,000 were injured. Erica.
All right, here's a look at the traffic maps. The maps are currently clear, no accidents or slowdowns to tell you about, and trackers going east on I-40 near Rio Grande. Ooh, that sun coming in direct line to the highway, so just use caution.
An 11-year-old girl is creating quite the buzz in Illinois after she learned the bees in her neighborhood were being wiped out by mosquito pesticides. Scarlett Harper has been calling lawmakers to write a bill aimed at limiting the use of harmful chemicals. The so-called bee bill did start off strong. It's currently stalled, but she's still fighting this morning.
Welcome back. Well, for today, it's going to be warm out there with a chance for some virga across the Rio Grande Valley. Storms in southern Colorado, otherwise mostly sunny and mostly dry. Time now for the 5 facts.
At number 5, a superintendent in one New Mexico school district is stepping in to clean the schools. Las Vegas Superintendent Christopher Gutierrez is cleaning up one elementary school with the district down 2 maintenance workers. Man, those weeds outside of the school were getting out of control. So Gutierrez and his wife say that they are now helping out as long as they are needed. And at this point, so far, he's actually painted a gym this week.
Wow, good for him. I bet you the rain's not helping them out down there at all. How about this? Number 4, with many large events set to happen in the coming weeks, we're learning more about their vaccine requirements. Estrada Amphitheater will be requiring a vaccine or a negative COVID test for fans and artists starting October 4th. In the meantime, UNM's football opener not expected to have a vaccine requirement. So far, the Topes and United do not have any plans to require vaccinations either. As of right now, neither does Balloon Fiesta. However, officials with the burning of Zozobra will be announcing their plans for vaccine requirements later on today. If you want to see more on all of this, go to our website. That's always on KRQE.com.
And at number 3, we are going to see a lower monsoon meter today. Spot showers possible in the northwest and in the mountains, mainly dry in the metro. And we will continue to see some drier skies over these next couple of days. Friday, Saturday, looking very dry across the state with an uptick in the monsoon moisture come Sunday.
Number 2 now, the fate of a woman accused of murder for causing a deadly crash is in the hands of a jury this morning. The state closed yesterday, saying Elexus Groves may not have meant to kill anyone. However, she knew her actions were dangerous when she fled from police in a stolen van, later killing Shauna Aridondo Bowling and her 14-year-old daughter, Shaylee. The state is calling for convictions on first-degree murder. The defense is arguing that Groves' intent does matter in this case. If she's convicted, Groves faces life in prison. Of course, we'll be following the latest developments here. We'll bring that jury decision to you right here in KRQE.
And at number 1, with only 21 days until the state fair, some are saying that it's too short of notice to get the vaccine in time. This comes after the governor's order that people need to be vaccinated to get in or show a negative COVID test. Well, some are pointing out that teens only have access to Pfizer, which requires 2 doses, a minimum of 3 weeks apart, plus 2 weeks after that to take full effect. Now, families with children competing in 4-H are concerned that those under 12 are safe to compete, but anyone over 12 might be left out if they are already not vaccinated. Now, some state lawmakers and 4-H families are calling on the governor to drop the mandate for kids. The governor says that mandate is to ensure the safety of all fairgoers, especially children.